arsenals, you know, one of the that is being used to promote his channel, from what I gather, from what I've heard, is the community. Very good community post. Did it! 400k today. Let's go! You had to pick one of the goats. Pick the one that had the more. And then, if you watch the videos, you can see I'm a Stevie watcher. I'm not just now, you can see that if you watch the video, I said yes. Did any of you watch all of my videos? I am verified. What continent do you live on? North America. And as you can see, most of it is Asia, which is like where the king sort of wants this on autoplay. 100k. What letter does your name begin with? As you can see, Stevie is making the most generic response. I'm glad that he put A, B, C, D, and F on it. He was typically put like 8 something. But if you look at this, he's just making entire questionnaires that apply to every single one. So you're always going to get some max interactability. Stevie has already said it well. If you look at Stevie's statistics, this is insane, okay? This is like an Excel spreadsheet that just found the fucking 280 subscribers gave one day. Right now, Stevie is gaining 51k a day, okay? Like, it almost looks like it's tapping out on YouTube. YouTube has now stopped. YouTube has sent their own IRS team to audit this channel. If you look at his video views the last 30 days, it went up 7.2 million %, okay? This man is not breaking the algorithm. He is gangbanging the algorithm with what's going on. Now, if you look at Steve's content is something that would end up getting steak. Now, one of the save the let's watch save the obviously, it's something that's very stock. Don't really like it. What I don't enjoy is looking at a different flooring pattern. But Stevie is designing what appears to be a redstone ICBM. Stevie is basically designing the wild fortress site for any doggo. And this is just really impressive. If you go down over here and witness it, he's going to spawn a wall. And it's up to you, ladies and gentlemen, okay, to get how many likes? Because usually this happens in just watching. This is like the perfect algorithm builder. 50k likes? I will broke it. He's gonna broke the torture device for the wolfie. If he tracks it, he's already at 11,000. I'm sure he's gonna save the dog and then as we go down. There's also more amazing videos that pyramids were actually built. And it's very infotainment material too, like, you know, if you're a kid and you want to learn how the pyramids were built, Stevie is right here to tell you. Stevie builds a pyramid out of lava and water. And actually, this pyramid don't look half too bad. Well, right here. Actually, that's not half a bad pyramid. Wait, I think I spoke too soon. No, don't go to the subscribe yet, Stevie. I want to see this. I don't know if that really looks like a pyramid there, Steve. It looks more like a tomb if we're going to be, well, I guess it's that's what. All the word green comments on the video. It's like, green, please comment on the video. I'm going to leave you didn't actually did it for no. Ladies and gentlemen, he actually did. It kind of leads me to the credence to believe that I would laugh if on YouTube to make like a crazy amount of stuff because Green is one of those people that seems like he can be entertained. We'll figure out exactly how to make it. I could only imagine like a super tech project that is just now been leaked out to everyone. Here's a 1.1 million view video 1 week ago. Wait a minute. What's Stevie about to do in this dark, depressing cave? Well, he's digging for coal. So. Oh, he's found diamond? Well, God bless you, Stevie. I'm proud of you. Oh, he found more than one diamond. Wait a minute. I bet a creeper's gonna come up from behind and murder him. What the? Dog, there is so much gravel. Oh. Dude, how deep is he? Well, look at all the diamond he found. Oh, no. I think a fair run of the situation, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you look into the community tab here real quick, oh god damn, dude, what? God damn! He made, look at that tornado of villagers. Mega Mania is out there to absolutely destroy his computer system. I absolutely appreciate it. Jesus Christ. He's finding dupe glitches. This is like a blue all over again. God bless! Now, of course, you see Mega Mania that comes up straight from Russia. You have some respect for that. A little Cold War. Now, if you go to the video section, they're also good. Oh, that was longer than you. I bet. What? I break a kidney with my hand. What? Oh my god! Oh, that is that's unexpected. There used to go laughter. Jesus Christ. Is it just, when am I going to burst into laughter, though? When am I going to just burst in? Is it just... Oh, you didn't even do the laugh? Oh, no, he did the laugh right at the end. That's me right there. I like the part where he was trying to break the obsidian. Yeah. Minecraft cursed images. If it's one thing to understand in the speedrunning category for this, is that they're all using Minecraft images. This, my friend, is the way to bust it. So yeah, I'm going to end the video right here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new Cold War version. I think Call of Duty might use it as the next background for the video game franchise. We have two channels that are obviously one. So ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think. If you like this video, subscribe, just like it, dislike it. And yeah, I'm going to go back to breaking some more obsidian. See you all later. Hello guys and gals, me and Mutahar, and I'm in a cheery mood. You know, a while back I made a video titled, Why You Shouldn't Install Valor. It's a video that did really well, and quite honestly, it was a video that most people liked, and there were some people that disliked it. Now, I remember in this video, it wasn't really about the game itself, it was about the weird anti-cheat that Riot put into the entire situation. If you don't know, the anti-cheat is called Vanguard, it's loaded literally alongside your operating system. It will run until you choose to turn it off, which at that point you have to restart the computer to even enable it. It was an anti-cheat designed to prevent cheating on Valor, which to its credit does a really good job. I've probably seen the least amount of hackers on Valor, which is absolutely wonderful. Now, even with all of that said, ladies and gentlemen, do I accept a root level anti-cheat? Absolutely not. Now, in that video, there was a couple criticisms. Somebody was like, but Muta, your mouse needs some of that access too. You know, I can accept a mouse running on my system because I need it to actually utilize the system. I need my keyboard to run the system, so I get that, okay? Do I need to give a game the same access that I'm able to play for like 30 minutes? Absolutely not. Now, with all of that said, my channel is about technical stuff like this. I like to have my taste in video games, okay? I like to experience the best of every world with almost no negatives. And I think today I found it. Now, for us Linux gamers, anti-cheat is sort of like the slap in the face. It's the one thing that prevents it. So, what did I used to do in Windows games with anti-cheats? Well, I used to spin up a virtual machine. Until games like Valorant started working against me. And some of their methods were very, very deep and easy. It required for a while for me to hack kernels and do this kind of weird nonsense. And quite honestly, I stopped playing a lot of games. It simply wasn't worth the effort to sit there and do anything. Until this method was basically discovered by plenty of people in the VFIO community. Now I'm gonna try to do my best to give credit where credit is due. Since I have made this video, well, since I have done this topic myself, I found people that have done it too, so I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. You should give everyone the credit, because this is a pretty unique system right here, and some of them will do it better than me. For sure, you know, people come up with like some really ingenious methods, for sure. So give everyone a check out if you can. Now, to understand, okay, Valorant's anti-cheat system runs at range 0, okay, meaning that if you try running the game and it will not run. Now, why do I do this in VR? Okay, let me explain my fetish. I know some of you guys are like, this guy and his fetish is listen, I like to containerize games. When I buy a $1,000 computer, I pay $2,000 computer. I don't like Microsoft anyone told me this idea. I like to really keep my stuff safe. Beta is more work than me, so that's just the reality. So, to basically beat the anti-cheat and have it running normally as if it was a regular computer, but also have it contained like I want to see the best of both worlds, user privacy and the ability to play a fucking video game. This is the virtual machines that I use. Now this translates assumes that you have VMs ready to go, okay? So here I have a Windows 10 virtual machine, or a phone virtual machine that's just designed for me to access Windows without passing a graphics card. Now if I go to the settings over here, let me show you what I have. Now this is an XML that details every aspect of a virtual machine. It is literally these 4 fucking lines, 5 lines that I have added in order to make this run absolutely flawless. Now, this is something called BP index state on, runtime status on, Cynic state on, S-timer state on, reset state on, and then frequency state on. Ignore vendor ID state, that's just because NVIDIA likes to fuck my asshole with wanting a $20,000 pencil, so fuck that shit. These 5 plus 1 more lines is literally all it took to beat the anti-cheat of Valor. So let me show you an example of how this works. Now that you've seen these lines, let's fire up a Windows 10 virtual machine and get this started. Whoa! Look at that camera click here! We are now in the land of Windows 10. Now you may be wondering, oh wait, whoa, is it virtualized Windows 10? Well, it is. Now, to get started with this, I'm going to give you all some proof real quick. Now, this virtualized system over here, of course, dead giveaway, is, I have the wrong amount of cores. Now, I want you to open up a new tab between this video and the hentai one, and I want you to just immediately access, yeah, I knew you were watching this stuff. I want you to Google how many cores does an i9-9900 have. The answer should be 8. What is a dead giveaway is Windows is reporting it as stealth. See, if I was to get a hardware survey, I'd be flagged as a red right now, let me tell you. But then Windows also believes virtualization is enabled. In fact, it's reading L1, L2, L3 caches. Fine, this is a good deal. What's also a dead giveaway is the speed is consistently at 3.6 gigahertz. Normally it should fluctuate to like 4, maybe even 5, but it's just using stock frequencies. Of course, you can't rely on all of this nonsense. But it reads my RTX just fine. It reads everything just fine. Now, what's also a dead giveaway that I'm running a virtual machine is if I open up a window and SSH to my main Linux system, you can see that this system is an i9-9900K RTX 3090. Whoa, somehow it looks pretty similar. In fact, the memory reading is used up to 32 gigs, coincidentally the same amount that I've given to the VM. Shit! But this isn't just proof. In fact, I'll show you even more proof right now. If I open up a bash top, which will allow you to see every process on Linux, I know this looks pretty nice to some people, but look at the thing. Windows 10, alright, it literally has loaded. This is the virtual machine software. It's loaded Windows 10, all threads, and it's using 15% of my CPU and half the memory. So that's probably the best amount of proof that I'm going to give you. Now, alongside this, what you have to understand is what you need to do now once you've booted into the system, right? And this is very important. You have to do turn Windows features on or off. For some reason, you have to go into this box and slash Hyper-V to make sure both these boxes are enabled. Very important. Now, once it's done, you're going to be asked to reboot the system. Do it. And if you're not stuck in a boot loop, which can happen if you're on a slightly older version of Linux, version 5.8 to like version 5.1, are versions that I know at least cause some problems. If you're on that new spanking 5.11, you're Gucci. Now, with all of that done, you may be wondering, oh, what has changed? Well, we're now running 2 virtual machine hypervisors. So you may be like, whoa, how's that work? Now, to understand, we're doing something called nested virtualization, which allows you to run VMs within VMs. So let me explain to you how this is booting up. When I fire up my main operating system, Linux, then I fire up this virtual machine, which fires up something called Hyper-V. Then Hyper-V loads up Windows 10. So believe it or not, Windows 10 is actually running on 2 virtual machine hypervisors, Linux and Windows. If you don't know what Hyper-V is Microsoft's like actual virtualization software. And I guess it's the best comparison is to be made. Think of it like the Xbox One. When you fire up the Xbox One, you get that interface. All those games and apps that you see are literally just virtual machine containers. You click each and every one of them, and they spin up a virtual machine. So
let's say you wanted to play Call of Duty or something like, say, Final Fantasy 15. It would spin up a virtual machine with Final Fantasy 15, the game. And that's how things like Quick Resume, right, on the Xbox Series X. It saves a memory state of the actual game to somewhere on the SSD. So when you fire up that game again, it'll just look at the memory state it has, plug it into the VM, and say, bam, you're good to go. Obviously, it's more complicated, but that's how Microsoft handles Xbox. It's also one of the reasons why Xbox is because Microsoft's Hyper-V platform is some overpriced shit. So basically, we're piggybacking beating these anti-cheats by using Microsoft's own high-end VM platform. So understand, Windows 10 is now officially running underneath Microsoft's virtualization platform. And with that, we actually, I believe, gain some pretty nifty things. Now, all up until this point, all these anti-cheats have been doing to detect VMs has basically been looking at things like what kind of hardware we're using. Sometimes they do things like VM exit in a way, which is basically checking for calls that up until this point we've just been spoofed. From what I believe, Microsoft probably already has answers to hide their VM in a very perfect fashion. This is why all of a sudden every single anti-cheat I'm about to show you has been found.
Now, I hope I didn't drag on too long. The three subjects we're going to be using are known games to actually have root-level anti-cheats. The first one is being Valorant. The second one is Genshin Impact, which does the same thing. You can't command it. It's a root-level anti-cheat. As denoted by administrator privilege, I would never allow a game to fucking have administrator privilege. That shit is insane. Then we have Ubisoft Connect, which is basically Rainbow Six Siege. As run by the anal pus that is BattleEye, I'm going to show you how that is beaten. Okay, now, for disclaimer's sake, none of the footage you are about to see are games running on virtual machines. Alright, yeah, we did. Alright, so Valorant, as you can see over here, which may or may not be running under a VM, has me signed in and is giving me the big play button. So I'm going to smash that big play button and we're going to... So, ladies and gentlemen, at this point we have actually officially gotten to Valorant. Now we're connected to the game, we can actually invite our friends. We can go to play right now, and if I go to something like, say, what is it, Deathmatch? Which would actually, listen, this is going to show you it works. If I hit start, Valorant is actually right now to play the game. I shit you not. This is the game running underneath the game. It just fired up. We found a match, and it allowed us to connect. So these are all other players that we have connected to under a VM. Normally, this would never have been possible because the NPC is just so big. Now, with this, I want people to know I do not promote things like hacking. I think hacking is wrong. I think if you hack in a video game, you're kind of a bad person. So, as you can watch this footage of me failing at Valorant, this is gameplay running underneath a full-on virtual machine. I have isolated its kernel anti-cheat, so what I've effectively done is allowed the game to run, and its anti-cheat to run with no problems, and I get to protect all of my data and keep it all isolated. Now, in terms of user privacy and security, this is the bee's knees. Let's be real here. I mean, you can have your cake and eat it too. Now, I believe this actually ends up running because Hyper-V as a platform allows us to actually implement better memory protections and whatnot. At this point, Hyper-V and its security is basically allowing us to obfuscate this virtual machine that we have. Basically, Valorant's anti-cheat cannot look above Hyper-V. Unless, of course, somehow it's bypassed Hyper-V security, which would be a far cry. I mean, this is something that Microsoft would not tolerate if it went over there. And again, if these people were to throw Microsoft under the bus, that would also be bad news. So, I mean, aside from my failure of the game, there's nothing hiding it from running underneath a virtual machine anymore. And this actually proves that you can run a lot of these anti-cheats within their containers so that you can, again, it's about having your cake and eating it too. And if we're talking about hacks, running it under this method actually makes running those same hacks that are sold for Valorant and numerous other games that much more difficult. Now, I want everyone to know, we did not bypass the anti-cheat. We're still actually playing this online. Valorant did not ease up on any of this nonsense. But to understand, Valorant didn't ease up on its anti-cheat whatsoever. In fact, it's still alive and well. And again, like I said earlier, this video is not designed to teach you how to hack. It's designed to teach you how you can keep your privacy on your
play games. I really hate it when people in the computer space tell me you can't have your cake and eat it too, because there's obviously methods you can achieve to get all of it. If you really put in the effort.
Now, Valorant may be an important game that actually has this anti-cheat sort of in the forefront, but there are plenty of other games that do offer this anti-cheat solution, and one of them is Genshin Impact, which requires administrator access and whatnot. With a virtual machine, this game will not start. With, again, adding those 5 or 6 lines, this game has actually started, and it actually works, and you can play it, as seen over here. It runs full max settings, which for Genshin Impact isn't too hard to run. And again, by no means are we actually bypassing the anti-cheats that have been set. We're not breaking the rules. We're not going around and actually bypassing and injecting hacks. We're actually allowing this anti-cheat to work 100% in the scope that it was meant to. And again, it actually is preventing cheating, so it's not like we're trying to prevent that from even happening. This is simply just Hyper-V allowing us to run these games. For some reason, because of Hyper-V, and again, since it's closed source, I can't open it up and tell you exactly what it is. Hyper-V is absolutely doing its job at obfuscating its presence in a virtual machine, and these games are either they don't care, which could be very much the possibility, or they're simply they simply can't look above it, and it's just an allowed platform because it does have plenty of security features that these games agree with. The last game on this list to look at least for me, was Rainbow Six Siege. Now this game in BattleEye actually spanks Valorant in terms of VM detection as far as I have actually seen. So this is one of the games that was obviously very difficult to run. But again, with those 6 lines that we added, right, I'm going to keep reiterating it, 6 lines, and installing Microsoft's Hyper-V platform, even Rainbow Six Siege. In fact, almost every BattleEye game that I've tested, including Escape from Tarkov, has now been innocent and now appears to be allowed on BattleEye. So they clearly had an issue with KVM, but even though that Hyper-V in effect is sort of the same thing, being another hypervisor, somehow it's either an allowed platform by BattleEye, or BattleEye just cannot detect and actually go above Hyper-V to see that something is there. So Microsoft, again, is basically acting like a shield for this kind of scenario. It's kind of ironic that Microsoft has provided the end-all be-all tool, apparently, to prevent anti-cheat from basically preventing itself to run, and by definition, banning individuals from rightly protecting their user security. I get that there's people that use VMs for cheating, it happens, but there are a lot more people out there that are using things that are far more easier to do, like, modified drivers, or messing around with other, user space settings, to actually hack in these video games. Microsoft has given us sort of a shield, and unless they patch it, which again I don't think they can, or they badmouth Microsoft, which I don't think they absolutely can do that. That would just be a death knell. There's really no patch to be offered here in this scenario. And at the end of the day, I just want to say again, this isn't us allowing hacking. These methods that we've implemented, such as Hyper-V for instance, actually prevent a lot of those hacks from even running in the first place. Hyper-V's memory protections are as good as you could ever expect, which is one of the core reasons I believe that these programs are either okay with it, or they just can't go above and beyond and notice if anything is shady.
Alright, so this has been a longer than average video that I have made, but to understand, ladies and gentlemen, okay, we have beaten the anti-cheat scenarios that have been present. Now, by beating anti-cheat, I mean that we have allowed the anti-cheat to exist in the world without any form of tampering, without anything going on to find new users. Now, to understand, I'm not teaching you how to cheat video games. In fact, this method may actually make it harder for people to cheat video games. Because the things that Hyper-V enabled into the operating system, I think modifying the actual memory that people do in VM to really hack in video games may end up becoming much harder to do. Now, with that all said, the anti-cheats that we looked at are some of the most stringent anti-cheats that exist. Valorant especially, Genshin Impact, Rainbow Six Siege, or BattleEye in general, which includes Escape from Tarkov, are now actually working within a virtual machine, no problems at all. In fact, it's actually quite amazing to understand that this may all just be Hyper-V, and it allowing us to pull this off in the first place. Now, to understand, people are wondering, I guess there is wondering, right, with the video that's going to come out and more attention being raised, will this get patched? And to be honest with you, it's one of those things where I've debated making a video on this at all, because I really don't want to see this patched.
But at the same time, since we're using Microsoft's platform, which I believe to really spoof and also allow tolerance from these anti-cheats, I don't think it's going to be patched. This would require people to actually work against Microsoft. Imagine if tomorrow any of these anti-cheats came out and said, yeah, fuck Hyper-V. You think Microsoft's going to tolerate that shit? Microsoft tolerates a lot. But if you shit on its corporate level platform like that, whoo, you better expect a slap in the dick like no one expected. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, we beat the Valorant anti-cheat, the world's scariest anti-cheat that couldn't run under VMs, that required root level access. And now, it does have root level access contained within its little box, of course. So yeah, this is me, Mutahar, and if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am
Today's video is brought to you by my sponsor, Ridge Wallet, a sponsor that wanted to publicly embarrass me by showing you this lovely Velcro wallet. Yeah, that used to be my old wallet. And yeah, I know, laugh, get it out of your system. But ever since I switched to Ridge's wallets, which have the super light, sleek, industrial design, I mean, just on their website, you can see they got like 30 colors and styles. Carbon fiber being my personal favorite. And it's got room for 12 cards plus cash. I mean, imagine if you couldn't carry cash in your wallet, right? I mean, most people are using wallets like this, right? Wallets like the Velcro 90s design. And you're probably carrying super old receipts. You're probably carrying super old things in the wallet. So why not switch to something new? I mean, listen, you already use smartphones. You already use modern day stuff. Give your wallet game a little bump up, ladies and gentlemen. And for all those people paranoid of digital pickpocketers, it also has RFID blocking. That being said, one of the most bold claims is actually saying it has a lifetime warranty. Yes, you can buy one wallet and have it for life. But not only that, you can even take it for a test drive, and if you don't like it in 45 days, you can give it right back, ladies and gentlemen. Get 10% off today with free worldwide shipping and returns by going to ridge.com/SOG. Use the code SOG and save yourself 10%. That being said, let's get right into the video.